Master x Master is a new game from MMO publisher NCSoft. It features elements of both a classic MOBA game and a dungeon crawler. I recently got hands-on with the MXM Alpha and got to experience both these avenues of gameplay. When I look back on my hands-on time with the game, the first thing that comes to mind is the large amount of content on offer from the very start. The player versus player aspect of the game will be familiar to anyone who's played any MOBA game, but with one major change. You get to pick 2 characters instead of just one. MXM sets itself apart from other games in the genre by offering players the option to instantly tag out to another master. Players choose 2 masters at the beginning of each PvP match, and knowing when to tag out adds another layer of strategy. Tagging can be used to dodge certain moves or even avoid death. When a master is tagged out, they'll slowly regenerate health while benched. Combat moves pretty fast, and I found a lot of it to rely on skill shots and twitch reflexes. Movement plays a big part. I chose the control scheme which moved my character around using WASD and hitting spacebar to jump. Some maps have verticality with obstacles to jump over and platforms to leap onto, and timing dashes using right click was super important for dodging attacks. It's easy to jump into the arena for a match that goes for about 5 minutes.
You have entered the combat arena.
Once the timer ends, the team with the most kills wins. The game also offers matches against AI so that players can ease themselves into the gameplay at their own pace. At the beginning of each match, a master selection screen is presented, which allows players to choose the characters that they want to play and equip skins, skills, or stat-boosting nodes. I was quite surprised at how similar this screen looked compared to the League of Legends champion selection screen, right down to the skin selection submenu. Outside of PvP arena matches, MXN offers dungeon crawler style content as well. Dungeons are short enough that they don't quite feel like a grind, and boss fights have enough action to bring each area to a satisfying close. The story missions introduced each feature of gameplay gradually, and although I thought there was a lot to do, the tutorial missions were great in helping me gradually understand the game's many systems. Some of these segments were peppered with some cheesy cutscenes to break up the tedium, but fortunately everything was skippable. Completing these missions earned me rewards which I could use to unlock new masters and their skins, and there were a lot of different options on offer. Among these were characters from some of NCSoft's other popular MMO games, including Guild Wars 2, WildStar, Ion, and Lineage 2. There are a fair amount of options available for changing up a master's appearance, skill set, and stats. Stats are changeable by equipping nodes, and players can mix and match nodes to go for more offensive, defensive, or supportive builds according to their preference. Overall, I can see potential for a lot of strategic depth when approaching MXM's PvP arena. And when that becomes a little too full-on, there's always the dungeon crawling aspect to fall back onto as well. My time with the alpha was a fun mix of fast-paced competitive play and satisfying monster killing, and it's piqued my interest enough for me to be curious about what the full game has to offer when it's finally out.